Yo, what is up, guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back again, everybody. We are back with another fragrance review right here, guys, on my lovely day off. And today I will be talking about a fragrance that a lot of y'all requested of me to review in this channel, guys. And it is a quite hyped fragrance with a lot of really good feedback and also some controversy, which I will be talking about in the channel as well. So hope you guys are excited. Let's go. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Okay, liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel, especially that we are headed towards 22,000 subscribers. So please continue all your support, guys. We're headed there. I've got over 700 no hype reviews and videos in this channel, so please indulge yourselves and deep dive into a lot of them, because this is where I really give you guys the breakdown of the juice and I give you my no hype opinions before you buy. And the fragrance that we'll be talking about today is none other than Acne Studios by Frederick Malle. Yes, Acne Studios by Frederick Malle, guys. And yes, this is a full bottle. Oh my gosh, we got a full bottle right here on the review, and there's a reason for that, guys. As you guys know, this is one of your most requested fragrances for me to review in the channel. Only holdup was when we were in Canada, my wife fell in love with this scent. Okay, I brought an official decant in Canada. She had other scents, but the moment she sprayed this thing, she fell in love with it, and she really used it all throughout our vacation, and it ran out. And I said, man, I gotta get something better than that. And I thought, you know, if she loved it that much and I liked it too, might as well get a full bottle right here. Now, I'm not too big on bottle descriptions. Some reviewers take forever to do this, but basically you have your cylindrical bottle, Frederick Malle style, with the logo right here, not in white, just black. And you have kind of like this very minimalist, like white label, kind of like the Dries Van Noten. Hopefully I said that correctly, guys. Very minimalist. But the cool thing about it is you have a gradient, which is really, really cool. A gradient of a peach colored bottom and a white colored top. And this gradient right here, the reason why I'm telling you all this is because it's actually relevant to the fragrance. Yes, the bottle design is actually relevant to the fragrance. So anyways, let's talk about the juice today, guys. I'm sure that's what you guys and gals are really interested about. And also, I'll give my thoughts on the controversy regarding Frederick Malle leaving his own brand right at the release of this fragrance. I'm sure it's all interconnected, and that's why I have my own thoughts regarding this. Let's go spray this thing and find out. Okay, guys, now let's talk about this fragrance right here, Acne Studios by Frederick Malle. Now, before we get into the juice, real quickly, guys, I'll give you some perspective on Acne Studios. Acne Studios is a modern fashion brand, okay? Kind of minimalist, but hipster and cool. And it is a Swedish-owned brand that has gone global, of course. And right now, in my opinion, they are blowing up. And so it does make sense to tap Frederick Malle for their first fragrance, guys. But think casual, chic, trendy, LA. A lot of people in LA actually wear Acne Studios, guys. All right. Now, let's talk about the opening right here. Right here in the opening, you are going to get a boost of fresh, clean, soapy aldehydes, as well as some photorealistic orange blossom, guys. All right. So this is a combination of these two notes right here. Now, this opening right here, in my opinion, is the big reason why people will buy this fragrance, okay? Because you actually don't have the aldehydes to itself, okay? It's actually a fusion or combination on first spray of aldehydes and orange blossom. That creates both a mood enhancing and mood calming effect. All right, because you have clean, soapy aldehydes mixed with some sweet floral and really nice lingering orange blossom here, guys. And it does two things, and it does matter to the Acne Studios brand because it smells very modern and chic and trendy, and at the same time you have enough orange blossom to really make a dent, like the sweetness is going to be in the air, again mixed with those clean soapy aldehydes, guys. So it has this very trendy modern feel, Real nice, real unisex in my opinion. But I think the girls will really dig this right here. If you like femme-leaning scents, you're gonna dig the opening again for this clean modern intro mixed with some sweet orange blossom. Now my wife said it best that this fragrance smells like getting out of the shower, you know, like literally just getting out of the shower. And I reckon it's also because this fragrance has violet, which has like this conditioner smell. And I will say that it kind of smells like conditioner. And if you add the clean soapy aldehydes as well as the florals, the bloom of the orange blossom, it does smell like you just finished putting on conditioner, washed it off, rinsed it off, and just hopped out of the shower. So I can definitely confirm that. I don't know if you guys are getting that, but it does smell like you just hopped out of the shower with that fresh out of the shower smell. All right, so she liked that part of this fragrance. But like I said, on top of that, it's also mood calming because of the aldehydes and the orange blossom, and also very trendy in the way that it smells. Okay, now let's talk about the initial sillage and projection of this fragrance, guys. This is a lingering draw-in scent. Obviously, you're gonna have the lingering aldehydic smell as well as the orange blossom. But eventually, a lot of the notes, a lot of the gradient notes right here in this fragrance are gonna be your draw-in notes, guys. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But this is a lingering draw-in scent. I think, in my opinion, it's really gonna be for the wearer. So for those selfish types that buy fragrances just for yourselves, okay, I mean, this is definitely good for others, but I think that for the wearer, again, it's gonna put you in that fresh, just got out of the shower mood, in a calming mood. So I think that for the wearer, this is primo. And also, in my opinion, this fragrance has a nice compliment factor. I wouldn't say that it's all the time, but it does have a nice compliment factor. I mean, some people complimented me when I wore this fragrance, and when my wife wore this as well for most of our Canada visit, I quite enjoyed it when she had it on. All right, it's really nice, modern, trendy, slightly sweet, aldehydic and clean. So I mean, I really liked it on her. So you will get some compliments wearing this fragrance right here. Okay, now let's head into the mid of this fragrance right here, Acne Studios by Frederic Malle. Now let me tell you guys that the coverage of the aldehydes and orange blossom lasts up to 2 to 2.5 hours. Okay, so that is quite a while. So like I said, this is probably going to be the reason why people buy this, is because this beautiful aldehydic intro with the orange blossom lasts up to 2 to 2.5 hours. Such a long coverage. And like I said, part of the violet does creep in with that conditioner smell, again adding to this fresh out of the shower smell or experience of Frederic Malle Acne Studios. Now, as this fragrance progresses past that 2.5 hour mark, this is when the gradient starts, and this is where the bottle does make sense, because as you can see, you have a peachy bottom and you have kind of like the white aldehydic orange blossom start. At least that's what it represents, because past 2.5 hours, you're gonna get a gradient. All right, so this fragrance balances from mood enhancing, mood calming, to now really like a warm, soft embrace, kind of like a warming gradient here into this fragrance. And obviously the notes that they tapped into here is going to be a peach, a fruity peach note here at the latter mid of this fragrance, and the orange blossom does transition into sweet, warming peach, as well as a very light rose note. It's actually a fruity rose note that mixes in with this peach, but definitely peach is going to be the stronger one compared to the rose. Now, like I said, violet right here is going to be a constant conditioner or candy-like smell here in the mid of this fragrance, lingering around the mid right here, but it's gonna be peach and a light fruity rose as really the start of the gradient of the mid of Frederic Malle Acne Studios. Now, this mid right here is real nice because it is a casual version of the winning Rosea formula. Now, Rosea, man, I just reviewed RDHP 15, and I just mentioned how aldehydes to peach is really Rosea's speciality. Now, I'm not saying that this smells like the Roja concoction of aldehydes and peach because he does add a bunch of other things. But aldehydes clean, aldehydes to peach is really a nice combination that to me is also unisex, all right? So you might think this is like femme smelling, but to me, it's always been unisex smelling. And especially if you add some modifiers here, definitely you're gonna get a nice combination of aldehydes to peach. And so I like this mid as well. It's a nice gradient, again, that makes sense after that intro, guys. All right, so I like the peach. Real warming, real sweet. In my opinion, still unisex. I really feel like the aldehydes still keep going after a while into the mid, guys, and it's not really completely a femme mid. And finally, let's talk about the dry down of Acne Studios Frederic Malle that in my opinion starts at hour 5, not hour 6. This dry down is real nice. Musk starts coming in as the sensual gradient of this fragrance gets powdery and musky towards the end. And of course, you're going to get vanilla and sandalwood. All right, you're going to get this nice creamy sandalwood note and vanilla, a light vanilla. I wouldn't say it's one of those like vanilla scents where it's like super strong and it's like relevant in, you know, femme leaning fragrances. I really feel like here it is all balanced. Vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. And the musk, in my opinion, is an important part here. Sets up this sensual gradient ending, comforting ending to this fragrance. But I like this dry down. I wouldn't say it's completely prominent, but it's a nice ending to this fragrance. A nice gradient, like I said, starting with mood enhancing, mood calming, into the warm embrace of peach, and then eventually musk, sandalwood, and vanilla. All right, not too crazy, but it is a very likable ending starting at the 5-hour mark. Ultimately, in my opinion, this is a very, very balanced fragrance, guys. All right. But again, right now, right here, right now, I feel like people will buy this and talk about this primarily because of the beautiful opening to mid of this fragrance. Again, fresh out of the shower, conditioner with aldehydes and orange blossom, guys. All right. That is what I like so much about the intro of this fragrance. But of course, as we head towards cooler weather, whether it's the fall or fall to winter, I think the fall, for example, I feel like fall is when people will appreciate this further because of the eventual warming gradient that happens in this fragrance. If you're asking me though, is this wearable right now in the summer season? I believe so. Okay, it is wearable right now. It is not too thick to where the gradient is that crazy, but I think that, you know, if you wore this in an AC environment, I think that this will really be nice as well. So this I would love to wear outside. I mean, right now it's still kind of like cool in the mornings here in LA. I know it's not the same everywhere else, but of course, if you went out on a date at night, you went to an AC environment area, man, this is going to be damn perfect because it has the freshness, but it also has a warming gradient, a comforting gradient right here with the draw-in, like I said, which I think is very balanced and very usable. To me, usage-wise, this is a casual grab to upscale grabber. It's very LA, you know, it's very, actually, no, it's very Swedish / LA. You know, and I think I read feedback about this fragrance. Somebody said that, you know, smelling this fragrance feels like they were a Swede in Paris. And I didn't need any more explanation on that. It made sense to me because it smells modern, chic, casual grab, light, you know. I mean, even the way that it went into the peach gradient was light. It wasn't really heavy, super balanced. So this is going to be a nice casual grab in my opinion. I think that that also adds to the full bottle worthiness, and it makes sense because I bought a full bottle, all right, with my own money. I bought my full bottle right here because I saw the usability and the full bottle worthiness of the fragrance. The fact that it's a nice casual grab that's great for the wearer. Again, just putting this on, I feel like although I'll get compliments out there, it's really for me. You know, it's really for me. It makes me feel like a Swede in LA. And that's exactly what this does right here. Also, I think that this is unisex to femme leaning. Some guys will actually like this primarily because I feel the aldehydes are actually balancing everything, you know, and even the orange blossom isn't necessarily like a femme-leaning fragrance. I mean, they could have added some other florals here, but they didn't. They just added violet for the conditioner, candy-like smell, freshness, and then they only added a slight rose to really mix in with a peach on the latter mid, but it's not really supremely femme-leaning. So I feel like this is going to be a unisex scent that the guys will like, especially those that are open towards unisex smelling fragrances. All right. And also this fragrance right here, in my opinion, for the price, 200 something dollars for like a 50 ml is definitely worth it, in my opinion, once you try this. But of course, try this first, because I'm sure a lot of y'all probably have not really experienced a lot of that aldehydic to fruity like type of transition. So I do suggest you try it like I did. I think a sample is like $14 or $13 on the secondary market, or there are decanters maybe, but I think you should try it first. But if you find the usability there, like me and my wife did, then this is a full bottle worthy fragrance. And finally, let's talk about total performance. In my opinion, this is a 10-hour scent. 9 to 10 hour scent, guys. All right, so it's not super long lasting like the others. It gets light and balanced, like I said, towards the end, so it's not a heavy ending, which makes this fragrance usable in any type of weather. Really, it doesn't really mean that just because we have musk and sandalwood and vanilla on the ending, it doesn't mean that it's a fall winter heavy fragrance. Okay, like I said, it's a very balanced and mild fragrance that I think is like a 10-hour total performance type of fragrance. Now, let's talk about Frederic Malle right here real quickly, guys. So, in my opinion, he bounced in his own company because I'm sure the powers that be, or was it Estee Lauder, whoever the corporate people are, wanted this type of direction for the fragrance. And they're probably saying like, hey, you know, Frederic Malle, do it while you're hot, you know, really do something like this, collaborate with Acne Studios, come out with a really you know, mass appealing, mainstream, lovable scent. And he was probably like, hell no, you know, hell no. And you know what? I look at the past releases of Frederic Malle, like Synthetic Jungle, and I really couldn't care less. I really didn't want to review it. I really didn't, you know, it wasn't appealing to me. And as a reviewer of fragrances, I was really busy looking at other fragrances, other noteworthy fragrances. And that really says a lot regarding the competitiveness in the fragrance world. You know, it's very, very competitive. And, you know, if you can't get people to really look into your fragrance or talk about your fragrance or get excited about your fragrance, I feel like you're just wasting time. And I really feel like although Frederic Malle has some consistent bangers, I mean, without making like a change or a transition, and change is really important, guys. Without doing such a thing, in my opinion, you're going to get stuck in your old ways. And I feel like that's where they were kind of headed. And you know, maybe Estee Lauder was like, yo, you got to stop this. You know, you got to change. You got to come up with something modern smelling. And so this is the result. And he was like, nah, I'm out of here. So it does make sense. It puts everything into perspective, guys. But like I said, look, here we are talking about this fragrance that I actually really like. I actually bought a full bottle. So, you know, I mean, numbers don't lie, like I said. You know, these corporate people definitely see the numbers and they know where it's heading. And unfortunately, guys, if you're an artist, this is where everything clashes, because as an artist, you don't really care. But if you're funded by a lot of money and a lot of boutiques around the world, I mean, hey, money matters and some decisions have to be made. And that is my opinion why Frederic Malle bounced out of his own brand and just gave the name out so that they can make something like this. But in my opinion, they didn't flop. They actually created a very nice modern fragrance that I think is full bottle worthy. That's why I got the bottle right here. And that is it. That is my no hype review on Acne Studios Frederic Malle. All right, for a lot of y'all that want to know about this fragrance, man, right now I really feel like I smell like I just got out of the shower. It smells great yet again, guys. Perfect for the start of the day. Cool morning here in LA, guys. I like this fragrance right here. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance. If you've tried it, is this your style or not? And if you're in a hot and humid country, I'm sure some of y'all already start buying or trying this. Let me know what you think of this fragrance right here, guys. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next video, probably tomorrow. Please continue all your support. Like and subscribe. God bless. Take care. Peace.